Welcome to another episode of Wren's Wasteland Camp Reviews / Dumpster Fires the Commonwealth. This is the location where my little town was that I put out for you guys to take a look at a few minutes ago with none of my stuff in it. So you get a rough idea. On the last video, it's at the very end of the credits to, I want to say, video 77. This is video 78 in the series. I'm going to jump down and check out Banksy's camp because it's right at White Springs, and I don't know if it's actually going to be there when I get there, so I'm going to go to White Springs Station. Because typically what happens with these camps whenever you travel to them, especially the White Springs Station camps, that they are hit or miss as to whether or not they'll be on your server for long. It's typically a vendor's camp, meaning somebody who set up something so they can try and make as many caps as possible, which is kind of pointless in this game. Or trade for rare items, which again is kind of pointless in this game because Bethesda has gone through and nerfed all the rare items and removed 90% of them. But the cool part about it is because of where they place their camp at, usually they build something relatively interesting. At the very worst, it could be a trap camp, which I'd be cool with that too. So they put their workroom stuff out here in this little building, and you can tell they've practiced merging stuff because look at that. They've got a scrap box into a map because, you know, that makes sense. And workstations into tables because, again, that makes sense. And desks into drill presses because that makes sense. This at least is a cool one. I haven't seen that in a while. Yeah. This one is too, for totally different reasons. But anyway, I like the fact that they have their vendor right here, and Beckett's dressed up like Zorbo. And this is a vendor, but as you can tell, they've got, like, you know, some stuff priced really well and some priced really insane. It really depends on what you're looking for. Got their hot tub out because, you know, gotta have a hot tub in West Virginia. And their store out here with their linoleum floors on top of their wooden foundation. Yep. Not gonna say that's not well decorated. It's got a lot of decoration in it. It's interesting. But it borders on, like, you know, this would make a good haunted house type build. I don't know. They've got their vault out here. They have floated their power supply. They've got their new light out, so you know they can too pretend to be Batman. Anyway, it's all well and good until somebody comes along and rates your camp on a scale of 1 to 10 and says, well, you know, this one. I like the decoration. There's a lot of stuff here that's decorated well. There's a lot of stuff here that's not. To my taste, but I cannot give it less than a 6. Because it is decorated well. In all honesty, some people would give this thing a 7 or an 8. But I'm also going to nitpick because it's what I do. Like this right here. This roof piece. And this roof piece. Actually, it would be this roof piece. But yeah. They're easy to fix, you just have to take the time to do it. And if you have the time to go ahead and merge all this shit, you definitely have the time to do that. Because that's like 2 minutes work versus, you know, 20 minutes trying to get something to drop down into the right position so that it looks like it's one item. Sorry about the squeaky chair. It's kind of what I got to deal with. Alright, moving right along. I've already been to this one. That's to the Moon's camp. He was in my last video. He actually came to my camp and checked it out. This is Humongous Rat's camp, which is over here by to the Moons, which I think is, you know, cool enough. But hopefully it'll be there whenever we get there. This is one of my builds, the House of Mystery. Yeah, I like that build, especially the fact that it's flying in the air. But, you know, not everybody likes the same stuff. I totally get that. So, we've got an artillery piece out here and a bunch of dead mirelurks. I'm going to guess they have a gun up there for defense. And a flat top deck, which goes right up to the bridge. And it looks like they tried to make it merge with the bridge in some fashion, or at least give it some kind of rain protection underneath. We'll start up here on top and work our way down. You've got 2 generators, which could be replaced by 1 generator. You've got the water supply thing outside. A few other little odds and ends. A bed in a room with a cryo bed in a room with a dumpster fire right in the middle of it. And, sorry, trash can fire. My mistake. They built underneath the bridge, which structurally is kind of cool, and I haven't seen anybody really build under this particular bridge in a while. I've seen people build above the bridge and use the whole bridge as a building area. But building under it's a different story entirely. I love those things. Little clapping cappy things. Anyway, Humongous Rat's camp has a few things on sale, nothing particularly impressive, nothing particularly grand. They're just there. Decent stuff though. If you need any of it, I would buy it. Well, hell, I'll buy those because I'm here. Anyway, so we've got, and yes, that was 38. So I bought 38 caliber rounds because I converted one of my fixers over to run on 38 caliber rounds because it has less drift when I fire it with it. So, they have 2 different sets of these power supplies and Beckett's bars out here. So on a scale of 1 to 10 is how I rate everything. This thing is bordering on a 10. No. No, this thing is actually more likely, in all honesty, it's a 2. I'm being really nice by giving it a 2. It's really, really shitty. I mean, they even put a sleeping bag up on top of their roof, which is, you know, kind of funny, kind of ironic, and I wouldn't find it that amusing except for the fact that it's this particular sleeping bag. And as for the water thing, I think everybody should know that putting out that water collector when you have actual water nearby and can sink an actual water collector into it, purifier, is just stupid. But I get it. People don't realize it. And like using this poster here, this poster, there's a lit version that you can put out. This is a lit version, but you have to wire it. The wire goes right above it, but doesn't actually connect to it. It's like, I mean, I'm hoping this is a new person's camp and they're just figuring things out and trying to get an idea on what they can build and what they can't. But I doubt it. So I'm giving it the, you know, 2. Let's see now, Joey's Pot Wee Wee. We'll go ahead and check it out. Then I'm going to call it a day for this server because this server just is like, I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's bad, but yeah, it's pretty damn bad. So, The vault is right up on that hill over there, right on that ridge. You come down, this is the first farm that you get to. It has a bunch of scorched inside of it. I'm surprised they haven't taken those out yet and replaced those with normal survivors, or what do you call it? I can't think what they're called now. What the hell are they? They come from over here. The people from Foundation, they're not raiders, but they might as well be because they come in and they steal the land of the people that actually own it. Surveyors, prospectors. Good lord! I mean, I know there are surveyors and there are prospectors, and there are scavvers and settlers. That's the term, settlers. Good lord! What the hell? Man, my brain is not in this bullshit today. So you've got a hot tub out here on a deck, and a gazebo that looks like it's falling in because of the way it's built, because it all slopes towards that central point. Joey's out here. You've got a bunch of stuff that shows the player's been playing for a long time. Everything from collections like the Pip-Boy collection, not Pip-Boy, the what the frack? Fallout Boy collections. God, my brain is just not in this right now. They've done a bunch of events. They've collected a lot of things from around the Wasteland. They've got little things on display. They've got magazines. They've got a door that's been, you know, sealed up. They've got a bedroom that's got a painting on it that would make your mother cringe. And on a scale of 1 to 10 is how I rate every camp. I mean, it's like somebody, I don't know, man. It's not that good a camp. It's not that bad a camp. It's just a bleh kind of camp. It's like looking at it makes me think that somebody, I don't know. It's like they tried a bunch of stuff, but it didn't work, and they don't know it. And none of their friends, if they have any friends in game, are willing to tell them. I mean, like I said, it's not horrible. It's just not good. Hello. It's just, I don't know, it's just ugly. It's like, yeah. I mean, they've used a bunch of, you know, more advanced techniques, like these curtains, getting those to hang that way. And they've, I don't know, man. It's like, yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like, man. I want to say it ranks a 5 because it probably ranks a 5 for most people. For me, it ranks about like a 3 because it's like it's like your grandmother's yard sale. It's all there. Everything you need for a house. But nothing that makes it feel like one. It almost feels like Chuck E. Cheese exploded and threw up all of its prize packs on the lawn. I don't know. I mean, I realize it's probably just me and my brain's not really in this at the moment, but it's like, wow. And if you don't know what Chuck E. Cheese is, Chuck E. Cheese is basically what the game Five Nights at Freddy's is based off of. It's a pizza place with like the animatronics, or at least it used to have. Now instead they force children to go out that work there to go out and wear the stupid Chucky outfit, kind of like the living bobblehead over there, which is what those things in there, the bobblehead collection, which is what I was struggling to find the name for, and called them Fallout Boys, which they are. They're the good lord. Man, my brain is just not in this, and this place just made it even worse. So I'm going to say goodnight, and thank God it's night. Anyway, um, wish you all the best, and hope you enjoy the game, and working on a Conan video, which will hopefully be out around the same time this is, or maybe a little later. So, have fun. Talk to you later.